Okay, so the third and final part of our sock knitting is to knit the toe of the sock. So this is where we left off. We'd knitted the cuff, the leg, the heel flap and turned the heel, and we've picked up the stitches, and now we've come to the point about here where we're going to now knit this part of the sock and then the toe. So the thing to do here is to work out the size of the sock you're going to knit. Knit until the sock fits on your foot with just your toes peeping out. And then this is that point, and then we're going to knit the final bit of the toe on the end. Now, if you're knitting these socks for somebody else, just get a measurement of how long their foot is. They're very stretchy socks, so this doesn't have to be exact, but just get an idea of how long their foot is up to the beginning of their toes. And that's how long you're going to knit. So remember our friends, the little stitch markers that we had sitting here. You can take those off now. We don't need those anymore. And now we're going to knit using magic loop, just using normal old knit stitch until your sock is long enough. So let's have a little refresher of how we do that. So we've got equal number of stitches on the stitches, 18 top and bottom. All the stitches on this needle nearest you, working yarn on the back needle. So pull the back needle and bring it round to the front, and then knit the stitches on the front needle. And then when you've knitted these 18 stitches, we turn the work, keeping your working yarn at the back, pull the cable so that you pull the stitches onto the front needle, working yarn at the back, pull this needle at the back round and knit the stitches on the front. Now carry on working like this until when you pop your foot in, your toes are peeping out the end. And then we're going to shape the toe. So we've knitted the foot part of our sock. So this should just be, if you were to pop this on your foot, your big toe should be sticking out of the end. And that gives us enough room now to create the toe roundy bit on the end. So to do that, we're set up having 18 stitches on each needle as we had before. And now we're going to start decreasing from the ends to bring the toe into a really nice shape. So working magic loop as usual, working yarn at the back, pull the back needle round to the front, and we're going to work the decrease. So we knit one and then slip, slip, knit to give us a left leaning decrease, knit to the last 3 stitches, and then we're going to knit 2 together to give us a right leaning decrease, knit 1. So that's starting to bring us in, and we turn the work, working yarn at the back, pull the cable so that your needle comes through those front stitches, working yarn sitting here, bring your needle forward, and we do the same thing. Knit 1, slip, slip, knit, knit to the last 3 stitches, and then we're going to knit 2 together, knit 1. So then we turn the work around, pull the cable, push your needle through the front stitches, working yarn at the back, pull your needle around, and this time we're just going to knit around without any decreases at all, so just knit along the top. So then we're going to turn, working yarn at the back, pull your cable, push the needle through the stitches, and this is the second half of knitting flat. Now you need to repeat those 2 rows until you're left with 8 stitches on both needles. So I shall see you back here in a minute. So now we've alternated those rows until we have 8 stitches left on the needle. I've got them sitting opposite each other here because the way that we're going to finish this is by grafting, sometimes known as Kitchener stitch. Cut your thread and pop it onto a tapestry needle for sewing up, and set the stitches up so that they're just facing each other like that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to thread the yarn purlwise through this first stitch. So we come through there. Then, this is a sort of setup, I'm going to thread my needle through the back stitch as if to knit through there. And that sort of sets us up. Now, we're going to start the grafting. So I'm going to put my needle through the first stitch on this close needle and take the stitch off at the same time. Pull it through and then put my needle through the second stitch as if to purl and pull that up. I'm going to do the opposite on the other side. I'm going to take the needle through the back first stitch as if to purl, removing the stitch, and then go through the second stitch on the back as if to knit, but leaving the stitch there. And then we repeat that. So I'm going to take the first stitch off as if to knit, and then come up through the second stitch as if to purl. Then I'm going to go into the back one as if I'm going to purl and take it off, and then go through the next one as if to knit, but leave the stitch there. So I'm now going to come through this first one as if to knit, taking the stitch off, and come back through the next one as if to purl, but leaving it on. And then I'm coming through this one to purl and taking the stitch off, and coming through the next one as if to knit. And you can actually see that this is grafting a little smooth seam at the back. So here we come, take the first stitch off on the needle that's closest to you as if to knit, and then come up again to purl the second, and then we do the same at the back. We come take that stitch off with a purl and come down the next stitch as a knit. So you're sort of doing a knit and a purl for each stitch. So this one as if to knit, we'll take it off the needle and then purl up to the next stitch next to it, and then this one we can purl at the back, taking the stitch off, and go as if to knit on the second stitch. Can you see how that's working out now? So we start again here, off the first needle as if to knit, and then come up as if to purl on the one next to it, and then we do the reverse on the back. We take it off with a purl, and then you push knitwise down to the next one. Last two. We slip it off knitwise, bring the stitch up as a purl, and do the same on the back one. Maybe take it off as purlwise, and then as if to knit down that last stitch. And then for the last ones we do the same thing. We take that one off as if to knit, and this one is to purl. Now that gives you a Kitchener stitch grafted seam, so you can't actually see a seam there, and then you just need to sew in your ends to tidy that up a little bit. So I've sewn in the end for that little Kitchener toe, and then we've just got this one little loose end up here from where you started. I just wanted to show you, you remember at the beginning when we talked about the fact that sometimes this join can be a little bit baggy when you first join in the round? Well, this is the place that you can sort of repair that. So just when you sew your end in, you can just bring that a little bit more neatly together if you need to. So don't ever worry if that initial join isn't quite as neat as you'd like it to be, because you can always fix it like that at the end. And so here we have your finished sock. Nothing to be scared of at all. So that wasn't that hard, was it? No. Tell me all about your sock knitting in the comments. I'd love to hear what you've knitted. Long socks, short socks, bed socks. Tell me everything. See you next time. Hi, Theo.
Hey, Merion.
Well, that was a very long video.
It was, wasn't it?
It really, really was. Good job I got it right in the end.
Yay!
Yay!